Hello and welcome to the Lynx Golf headquarters here in London. I'm joined by a very special guest, Nick Dougherty. Nick, hi, how are you?
I'm very good.
Good, and we're going to take a look at some of the clubs in the current Lynx range because there's a lot of technology in there and there's something for everyone. Nick, let's start with the Predator irons because these are an entry-level product, so very affordable, but there's also an awful lot in there to help people play better golf. Can you give us a bit of a top line?
There is, I think it's great. Obviously, the entry-level price range is one great thing about it, but the quality of it as well. It's still the highest grade of steel that's used in the equipment. And the great thing I like about them is that they're the most offset of all the irons. The big thing about offset for amateur golfers as well, it helps get the ball in the air. I mean, it's something that we see all the time. It's something that everybody needs, but particularly the higher the handicap really is a big advantage. Nice, big, thick top line here as well. I mean, think about it, when you look down on it, the face looks huge. And I mean, it sounds obvious, but it makes a big difference for confidence when you're looking down at a golf club where you feel you've got a user-friendly face, where you've got so much playability across it, so off-centre hits aren't that badly punished, and it just makes you feel a lot more confident when you stood over the ball. And the fact that you can do so much with the colours here as well. I mean, we've got the yellow in this, but there's 4 different colours that you can have this in, and it goes all the way through the branding on it and through into the grip as well. I just think it's a really beautiful looking club at a price that's fantastic.
So the Predator is a fantastic product at an entry level. So if you're looking for distance and forgiveness, as Nick says, that's a great option. But it's not the only option in the Lynx range. There's also the Black Cat. And Nick, can you just talk about the technology that's in the Black Cat irons?
Yeah, this is pretty impressive stuff when we look at this as well. The great thing about this is that we're moving now into sort of the mid-range sort of golfer, so the guy that can play, but you also want to get some of that performance that you get from the high-level equipment, the sort of stuff that I really like to use. And it's got the twin slot technology in this as well, and we can see this on the bottom of the club here. The other slots just in here, you can't actually see it, it's underneath the back in here. But that allows for greater consistency across the face of where you strike it. So if you have an off-centre hit, it's going to bring it in a lot tighter, and the better you get at the game, that's really what the sport's all about. So you don't hit
consistency in that area.
Well, yeah, because we don't hit it in the middle. I certainly don't hit it in the middle. You watch me hit balls there before. You hit the odd one in the toe, you hit the odd one in the heel, and what you need is that
Barely detectable by me, I must say.
What you need when you do that, though, of course, is to be able to not get punished. You don't want to hit your 6-9 normally 160 yards. You hit one in the toe and it goes 130. And that's what the great thing about twin slot technology is. It allows the off-center hits to travel closer to the normal distance. And you add that to the fact with the marrying steel as well that's in the face, it means that the ball is a lot faster. I mean, this club goes a long way also. We're looking at, again, when I was hitting those 6-9s, they're up near the 200-yard mark.
Yeah, and a little bit less offset in there. There's also 2 different colour options. There's the blue and the red. But regardless of whether you're going for the Predator or the Black Cat irons, one thing we would always advocate is that people get custom fitted for their irons. And it's certainly something that Lynx are very keen on. Nick, as somebody who's obviously played golf at the very highest level, custom fitting is obviously crucially important for you, but it's also very important for the average player as well.
Everybody. There's no one that is separate from that. If a tour pro needs to go and get custom fit for his equipment, and bear in mind that we already know pretty much exactly what we like anyway. But when we're going in and we're getting measured, even for new equipment that's in the same as we've used before, you're getting fit again. We'll go and make sure that all the shafts are the same. They're exactly fit the same. That and everything's got to be bob on. The weighting of the head's always got to be spot on for us. So there's no excuse to miss on it. It's as important as when you buy the equipment. So if you go there and you think, well, my old driver was a 9-degree driver, so I want my new driver to be a 9-degree driver. Well, all of that depends on where the CG sits in the head, and also the specifications for how that face sits. Is it a draw bias club? Is it a fade bias club? So you really need, every single time that you change equipment, you really need to get it bob on, need to be fit for it. And the only way to do that is through your professional.
So there you have it. That's the new Lynx irons range. There's also the Crystal iron for ladies. Offers very similar performance attributes to the Predator iron. So lots of forgiveness, lots of distance. So keep an eye out for that. But as Nick says, make sure that if you are looking to make an investment in these irons this year, you get thoroughly custom fitted. And for that, you'll need to speak to your local Foremost professional.